weak ass receiver.
Welcome back, Rellism Sports Talk, episode 70, part 2. We got 2 new people in here. Shammond is in the house, and Brandon is making a rare appearance, but we happen to have him because he got mad intellect. And for people that don't know who Brandon is, he's the guy I was talking about when we were talking about fantasy adversaries. Him and fucking Tommy. Damn you both in the big league. Anyway, I'm going to be right there with y'all. But that's Brandon. That's Keith's brother who just won the big league this year.
There you go.
And beat his brother. That's right. Man. It was a Hansborough. It was a Hansborough Superbowl.
They wouldn't let Cousins play. I had to bench some players. It is.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, that was the brothers battling. You had to keep getting one. He waited 13 years, Brandon. Damn, you already got 2, bro. You already got 2. You got to let him eat one. Yeah. But look, we're gonna start off with big time storyline. Of course, we're gonna start with the we're not gonna get into the lawsuit, but we're gonna talk, especially with Brandon on here. We're gonna talk about the 2 teams that made the most controversial coaching decisions. The Texans fired Cutler after 1 year, and I thought they was battling for him. I thought they was. I did. And then, of course, your boy in Miami getting fired.
Well, that's not controversial.
They both hired black head coaches to repeat them. I know Miami's is biracial.
He's not black enough. He's not black enough.
I'm a person. My dad is black. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Like that.
I don't care what color he is.
But is that a coincidence or what? Is it a coincidence?
No, I think
is it a coincidence y'all got a minority coach?
I don't think it. No, does anyone view him as a minority coach?
Not after I heard him talk.
Exactly. So,
but what I'm saying
I think he's going to be a hell of a coach, man. I really do. I think it's what we need: an offensive-minded coach, young cat. All these defensive coordinators that Belichick made look good, who ain't never done shit, like Flores, and sucked.
Flores was doing good.
Really? He beat 6 winning teams in 4 years. That's good.
I'm just saying, man. He had that team.
Same record as Adam Gase. That's good.
Oh, that Adam Gase. All I'm saying is, look, we can get into who's the better coach or whatever, but do you think it's kind of weird how those 2 teams, the ones that had the most, situations going on with this, and now they get
the
minority
Texans
coaches?
Couldn't hire a white coach. They had to.
Why couldn't they hire a white coach?
Come on, man.
Why would you fire him anyway?
Really? I don't know why they fired. I don't know why they fired dude, but I don't know why you would hire Lovie fucking Smith.
But that's my whole point. So you hired him because he's black, but
take McCown.
He's a bridge person that's gonna be there. So that makes it look worse. Worse. Go fucking get a white special teams motherfucker or something to be your coach if you're gonna do all that. I think it makes it worse. I think
they should have gave McCulley. They should have gave dude another year too.
I don't think he did that bad. The Texans were fighting. Yeah. What you think, Shammond?
I mean, like you said, he only beat 6 winning teams in the last few years. So I mean, obviously he ain't gonna win the games that they need to win to go over the hump.
He was a high priority. He was a high priority for all these teams.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying, why did they fire him? We want to interview with, right? So obviously,
and then they interviewed with him and they understood it. Why they fired him. He's an asshole.
So you think that all this came about because people are going to realize that he sucked? You think that's what it was?
And he can't get along with his players. He didn't talk to his coaches since mid-season. You wanted Howard to
Auburn's coach can't get along with his players or nothing. He's out here doing all kinds of shit. He still got his job.
They're Auburn for a reason.
I'm just saying. What about the money, Brandon? What about the money? You believe anything with that? With the Dolphins?
No.
It's all fake.
It's not illegal to offer money to lose. Happens in every sport.
Oh no, it's not illegal to offer you to lose. I think we should ask every owner in NFL if they appreciate that. Tommy, what you think?
Let me see. Did he take it?
I don't know. Did he?
Because he looks like he threw some games the way he was coaching.
I mean, maybe. That's why I want to get to the money. Fuck the race. I want to get to the money.
And he didn't mention it when he had a job.
At $100,000, if they thought he took it, he took it. You know what I mean? So I'm sure if the money's on the table, it's hard to turn down. But as far as Flores, I agree. There's got to be something with him. with Bieniemy because these guys put up winning records and winning styles of play, but
But Flores never won anything.
I didn't think y'all were going to do anything, and then y'all did some things that
We beat not a single winning team in that 8-game stretch. Backup quarterbacks.
But you gave away
Right.
all
But on
your
the
talent.
real,
You gave away all your
you
talent.
fire
for nothing.
Brian
Hey,
Flores
who gave it
for
away?
Mike McDaniel.
and Waddle
gave it-
still
So
set
the coach
records.
ain't giving it away. Did the
He had
coach
a
give it away?
final say. They gave him the final say, and he wanted to be able to fire our GM. What have you
should've
ever
fired the
done?
GM. You should have fired the GM.
Yeah, but we can't fire 2 black people at the same time. What's that look like?
Hey,
The
it
only
looks like
team
your-
with a
it
black
looks like
coach
your
and a black
owner's racist.
GM.
That's what it looks like.
But yeah, exactly.
Drew,
That's what it is.
Drew, what you think, Drew?
What of the Dolphins' new head coach hire?
Yeah. Do
He's a
you think
beast.
it's a coincidence that he's half black?
I mean, I don't really think it matters, to be honest with
It
you.
doesn't.
I think I think he's going to be a good coach. He's a good offensive mind. You know, he did well in his previous placement. And he's really charismatic, and
It gets
I think-
along with players.
yeah, I think he'll do well. I think Brian Flores obviously was not the right direction for the future, regardless of whatever he's got going on right now. But
do you think
Like-
Brian Flores sucks, Drew? Do you think he sucks?
I don't think he sucks. I think
Thank
he's
you.
obviously
What?
a defensive
Sure.
coach. Not
If you wait
Not-
on him, it ain't gonna get done anytime soon.
in my
Come on.
opinion, but
Come on.
I thought I was
We
hearing
need to hear it
something
while we on the
else.
show.
My bad.
Go ahead, Drew.
What'd you say?
Go ahead, Drew.
oh, sorry, what?
Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
I
Shimon was
was
talking.
hearing
that
something in the
was it.
background.
That was pretty much it, man.
Yeah,
So-
but the thing about Flores, a different offensive coordinator every year he's been. This year he had 2 different offensive coordinators. Handled Tua terrible his rookie year. Told him he wasn't shit if I knew you'd be. I mean, you don't do that to rookie quarterbacks.
Is he
man.
shit,
You don't
Brandon?
bench him.
Brandon, is he shit?
We can't tell because look at what he was dealing with.
I don't know.
A
I
different
remember many times
coordinator
you
every
told me
year.
Tua was shit. You
I
told me
get
many
frustrated
times Tua
watching
was
my
shit.
boys.
Didn't they win?
I get
win 8
frustrated.
straight games?
Let him get a line. Nobody's good without a line. I don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly. Especially
And,
Daniel Jones.
I'll take Heineke over Daniels, but
Oh my God, no!
man,
Thank
y'all sleep
you.
on Heineke.
I'll take Daniel Jones before Heineke.
We just
all day.
talked about that on the last show.
I don't see
Y'all-
what
You'll
you see,
take-
Terrell. I don't see that it thing. I
Heineke
don't
is
see
slender,
anything.
man,
Heineke cannot throw the fucking ball.
but he get Fitz
Nah,
magic
he's
back
okay.
in there.
He's decent.
That's who Heineke is.
He ain't better than Daniel.
We'll save that for
Then,
another.
then
We'll
fumble
save that for another
Jones.
topic. Here's my
All right.
question. Here's my question with black head coaches. Why does it seem like the majority? I know there's some that didn't, but the majority, they have to be like star NFL players or have accomplished something in the NFL or have some notoriety to them to get these head coaching jobs. I got a couple examples. Deion Sanders is going to be an NFL coach soon. He's going to be a head coach. Mike
I
Singletary.
don't know.
Mike Singletary, Art Shell, Tony Dungy. You know, these are Super Bowl champions, Hall of Famers, Todd Bowles, Super Bowl champions, Herm Edwards, the miracle at the
Todd Bowles
Meadowlands.
from
Romeo
North-
Cornell got his credit from a white coach in Bill Belichick, and Dennis Green, white coach in Walsh. What I'm saying is, do they always have to have something about them to get that recognition? Tell me something, Drew.
No.
I mean, when you talk about people who really don't get enough credit, for me, Hugh Jackson stands out.
Oh God,
Hugh Jackson.
the
Stop
dude
the
that
re-
should have been fired 20 years before he was fired.
Thank you.
Well-
And do you see what the Bengals are at now? Hugh
I mean,
Jackson. I don't even want to hear.
And he out
Come
here
on.
lying
Stop,
too.
Stop,
so.
Drew. You just concentrate on driving, Drew. Concentrate on driving.
Huge.
Come on. Tell me. About black head coaches, do they have to go that extra mile and be
Boy.
somebody to get a job?
Yeah, I feel like they do got the odds against them. I mean, if you think about it, if you take racism out of it and you're not looking at white or black, I feel like it'll be down the middle because you got a lot of good white coaches. But it is crazy how there's not a lot of black head coaches like that. There's something up against that.
I mean, you're looking at some of these bums. Mike Singletary was a bum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hall of
he
Famer.
would. He
But why did he get a job? Why? Because your name recognition.
maybe because he
all
was
these
part
part
people
of it,
get your
yeah.
name recognition.
And
Where
his
you
skill
were.
Tommy, what you think?
I think that if anybody's being excluded, it's not due to race. It's due to style of play.
Skills.
No, it's style of play right now. Offensive coaches right now are still predominantly white, and defensive coaches are still are predominantly black, almost at this point. So when the style of play switches over, we'll see if head coaches start going defensive, and maybe things will change. But I mean, I don't really think it's a race thing as much as it is a style thing.
Okay. You agree, Brandon?
I mean, I think maybe they're just not qualified enough, whoever's getting hot.
Now, is it they're
White
not
or black?
qualified enough because they're not put in the same positions to succeed? Or they just
No,
ain't
not at all.
good enough?
They're put in great positions. These are millionaires out here crying. They're
But
in
we're
great
talk-
positions.
But we talk about some of these people that should have head coaching jobs or should have got opportunities. Brian Leftwich.
I don't think
Former
the
man in
enemy
Kansas
wanted
City.
a job.
Why hasn't?
I think he's an asshole.
Enemy?
Yeah,
Because
he
he's
is
an
a dick.
asshole.
I'm telling you, this guy is.
He seems like
Denver
a dick.
every year. We play them twice a year, so every year they're always crying. We've been hiring new coaches all the time. They're always crying, be enemy. I've looked into this guy, man. He just must interview like crap because he's always being interviewed and never got the job.
But
I mean,
Lovey Smith will get a job.
He's lovable.
I didn't even know he was in the fucking league.
He was helping them interview candidates.
And he's gonna be
them.
the DC, and he's gonna be the coordinator.
I mean, that's ridiculous. All right, let's
I'm
get
not
to
like
the
Lovey
team.
Smith, but
Hey,
whatever.
we'll just give this guy the
He
job.
couldn't win. He couldn't win in Illinois. He couldn't win in
No,
Illinois.
he's
What
not
do
a
now?
very good coach at all. No.
All right, so let's just get to the teams that matter. This Super Bowl weekend, big time game. I don't really have a dog in the fight. I'm glad that I don't hate one of the teams.
Yeah,
But,
for real.
When you look at these teams, and this might be a trick question. Who's under the most pressure to win? Brandon, who's under the most pressure?
The Rams.
Why?
Because they were there, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? How long ago? 4?
Like 3. It was
3
3.
When
years.
the worst Super Bowl ever besides the Broncos.
Yeah,
and
that
Pats.
shit was
You
Shoot.
loved it, I'm sure, but that shit was hard to watch.
Not on defense.
Yeah.
So
I think,
why? Why is it the Rams?
They
Why?
went all in, man. Stafford
They
giving
paid-
up picks. They got Von Miller, who's still a fucking monster. Don't know why y'all let him go.
Look at Tommy grinning like a
I know why.
motherfucker.
I mean, I get it, but
8 games, 2nd and 4th round.
Don't get him started on that shit. Shammond.
yeah.
Shammond, who's under the most pressure? We got one Rams. Who is?
I feel like it's the Bengals.
Oh, why?
That's why I picked the Rams to win. I could trust Matthew
Because the
Stafford.
Bengals
Because
are
they're
under
gonna win.
pressure.
I could trust Matthew Stafford when the big lights is on him to get a championship.
Oh.
And he's never had the big lights on him.
But
He's
hold
been in
on, you
Detroit.
said the
That's
Bengals
what-
were under the most pressure.
Huh? Yeah, the Bengals under the most pressure.
But
Why are they under the
They got
pressure?
a second-year quarterback.
I mean, he's going against Matthew Stafford. You see their defense. Von Miller's playing
They're
like
scared of
hey,
Matthew Stafford.
Look, I bet
They just
I bet
played
Tommy
Patrick
wants Von
Mahomes, right,
Miller
Tommy?
the way he's playing. Von
Drew.
Miller's playing like a beast.
Oh, don't try to get back on his best side by saying fucking Von Miller. Drew, you got them snacks behind you? You having a picnic? Who's
Those
under the
cats
most
around
pressure?
and
Really,
shit.
I deleted my my
He's got
stash.
some pussy.
No,
He's got a bucket of worms. Hey, Drew, who's under the most pressure, Drew?
honestly, the Rams probably. Obviously, the Rams. They traded everybody away to get
Yeah.
Matt Stafford, all their picks away to get Matt Stafford. They went out of their way.
OBJ.
They got OBJ. They got Cooper Kupp. They have all these offensive and defensive superstars: Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. Obviously, they're supposed to win
Leonard
this game.
Floyd.
I mean, I could go on and on.
Tommy, you agree with that?
The Rams are under the most pressure. I mean, easily.
I'm gonna disagree with all y'all. I'm gonna tell you why. The Bengals played the Raiders. They ain't got no pressure to play the Raiders. They won. The Raiders almost fucking won. They were about to score, but Derek Carr couldn't throw it deep enough into the end zone. Right? Next game, they played the Titans, won by a field goal, which everybody knew they were frauds. So there wasn't no pressure there. And then you go out and beat Patrick Mahomes after you should have got blown out. Then you start hearing the clippings. You start hearing the chirping. You start hearing all the shit. When you're young like that, hearing all that chirping, it's pressure. But for the other side, the Rams, I think their pressure's over. I don't think none of them have any more pressure. They're back to where they're supposed to be. Matthew Stafford ain't under no pressure. And you beat the 49ers, the team that you couldn't beat. Your pressure's over. You're at home. You're at home to do what you need to do. You with stars, like y'all said, with veteran stars. Either been there before or been fighting their whole career to get back there. No pressure at all. At home, they're going to smash. The Bengals are under the most pressure.
It's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a blowout.
The Bengals are under the most pressure. All right. So y'all say the Rams are going to win. So what's the key? What's the key to the Rams winning, Tommy?
Cam Akers.
Not fumbling.
The Rams need to win with defensive pressure up front. I mean,
that's easy.
I mean, that's what they're winning with. I feel like Von Miller can win this game, but Aaron Donald's going to win this game for him.
He might be he would.
So we'll see. We'll see defense. Aaron Donald do what now?
Defense says what you saying?
Defensive pressure up front. It ain't going to matter. Jalen Ramsey don't need to worry about covering Jamar Chase long. Burrows better be ready to turn left and right because it's going to come up.
Burrows will be on his back most of that game.
It's going to be up the middle and on his
But y'all understand what is Burrows? Burrows in the top 3 when he's getting blitz. And passing efficiency.
They don't need the blitz.
They don't even need the blitz. They could put 4 and get to him every time.
Blitzers includes Donald and Miller.
And Leonard Floyd.
And Leonard, yeah.
And that offensive line.
No, I think you're going to eat those words, man.
What's the Rams got to do? What's the Rams got to do?
They got to stop Jamar Chase.
Really? That's all they got to do to win?
Why?
They have an all-pro corner to stop him.
Their X factor. I mean, you got Jalen Ramsey and them going back and forth, and I don't know. Obviously, the front four is going to be a big deal, putting pressure on everybody. But
didn't the Titans sack Burrow 9-10 times? Yeah, Burrow hadn't done a lot in these playoffs.
Shammond, what you think the Rams going to do to win?
What are you talking about?
The kicker has won games.
I think if they can run the ball effectively.
In that position.
With David Akers? Do they need to run it with David Akers?
I keep forgetting. No, Cam Akers
on the defense.
Told you I forgot.
You think Cam Akers? They got to run the ball with Cam Akers.
And as long as he don't fumble.
I just told you. And look. Think about it. If they can run the ball, that'll take more pressure, some of the pressure that Matthew Stafford may have throughout the game.
All right,
and
Brandon,
I feel like if you don't get as much pressure, I feel like
I don't see how.
What the Rams got to do to win?
Be the Rams. Go the other way. What the Bengals got to do?
I'm coming to
that. They got to run the ball.
Yeah,
they got to give it to Mixon and get him going.
Yeah, we coming to that right now. I agree with that. The Rams just let the stars be the stars and don't turn the ball over, Stafford.
Because the Bengals defense didn't scare nobody.
But what the Bengals got to do to win? I mean, they've been shocking the world. I mean, we knew they were going to beat the fucking Raiders because they fucking suck. Sorry, Drew. But
I mean, their kicker is clutch.
The kicker is clutch, but you said it's going to be a blowout. You said it's going to be a blowout. How much kicking they going to do if they blowing them out?
It should be.
Well, the kicker ain't going to matter then.
No, Mixon matters. The running game is what's going to matter.
So Mixon's the key for the Bengals. Go ahead, Shammond. What? Shammond, what's the key to the Bengals?
The Bengals, like I said, get Jamar Chase the ball. Let that connection keep going. They hot right now. They hot. They steaming.
Mm-hmm.
So they see. It's like it's hard to pick right now, man. I don't know.
You and Drew must think the fuck alike. You still think Jamar Chase is the key to it, Drew? That's all they got to do is give him the ball.
They got to get him the ball.
Find a way to get him the ball. Let him make plays.
I think Higgins and Boyd might have more yards than
fun to watch.
The key, if there's any key to the Bengals having a chance to win this game against the Rams, it's if Usama, if he can play.
I don't think he's playing, is he? He's not.
He said he's going to play, but he ain't going to play.
They've got a chance.
I don't see how.
Chance of doing any type of impact. But if they're sitting there without their tight end this game and only winning games by kickers, man, this game could be fun to watch for one team. And I hope it's, so we'll see.
Yeah.
That's a blocking tight end. He's a blocker.
He's not going to play, dude.
It looked like he has a nasty injury. I don't see how he might.
He's not going to play. I don't think he's going to play. All right, so that's what we think. I think obviously for the Bengals, it's Joe Mixon. I mean, period. It has to be Joe Mixon. And I agree with Brandon totally. I think Higgins and Boyd are going to by far do better than Jamar Chase. Period. They're not going to let Jamar Chase beat them, Drew. They're not. And you forget Jalen Ramsey's on the other side of the ball, right? Right? You think he's gonna let him beat him?
I just got a feeling.
Yeah. It's the same person that broke Torrey Holt's record. I don't care.
Who's not in the Hall of Fame? Go ahead. Go ahead. Who's not in the Hall of Fame?
But we know who is, don't we, Drew?
Yeah, Drew. We know who's in that shit.
Finally.
All right. So who's gonna win the game? Brandon, who's gonna win the game?
Rams, I say 30, 34, 13.
Who's the MVP?
I'm gonna say it's most likely Stafford. Don't be shocked if it's Aaron Donald breaking the sack record with like 5 sacks.
Aaron Donald 5 sacks?
Nah.
Wow.
Von Miller's
Tommy,
asleep. Von Miller could do it too. But
don't get
The
Tommy
Bengals gonna
excited
have
about
more
fucking
sacks
No,
than
he-
what the Rams are.
Tommy, who's gonna win?
Rams.
Who's the MVP?
Von Miller. 2.5 sacks, 2 strips, and
I mean, he has been a Super Bowl MVP before, I guess.
the tool. He's gonna be. He's gonna be. They put him in Canton up top.
He's LT all of a sudden.
Mhm.
Jamon, who's gonna
Two-time
win?
Super Bowl MVP.
Jamon, who's gonna win?
The Rams. I say
Favorite
31 to
player.
10.
Who's the MVP then?
Matthew Stafford.
And Keith said the
It's his
Bengals are
time.
gonna win.
He been
Keith
through.
said the Bengals are gonna win.
No, I told you what they'd have to do to
No,
win.
I'm talking about Keith. Keith texted me just now and said the Bengals will win. Drew, who's gonna win?
Bengals 38-35.
Who's the MVP? Don't fucking say Jamar Chase.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. So look, on the last episode, I asked a question. And I want to get y'all's take on this because Tommy ain't giving me no love on it. So I'm gonna get all three of y'all because all three of y'all are new. If Joe Burrow wins this game, he'll be the first quarterback ever in history to win a national championship, a Heisman, and a Super Bowl. Only 3 other players have
That's
done
weird.
it. Only 3 other players have done it. He'll be the first quarterback. When he start going to next year, would he be looked upon as the number 1 QB in the league? Brandon.
Next year, would he be the number 1 quarterback?
If he wins this game, would he be the number 1 quarterback?
No.
Who's the number 1 quarterback then? Who would it be?
There's a
Aaron
guy
Rodgers.
in Wisconsin that's pretty good.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
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 So you still
Until he
taking Aaron Rodgers?
retires.
Bro,
You think
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers
will
is
play
a
at?
Yeah,
He gonna
no
be
matter
playing.
where he's playing. If he goes to Denver, you think they ain't in the Super Bowl?
No,
If he
I
goes-
don't. I
Really?
don't.
I bet Tommy won him in Denver.
Come on.
Tommy won everybody.
Come on.
He could
Come
take
on.
y'all and us to the Super Bowl. I mean,
Right.
If Burrow wins this game, is he gonna be the number 1 quarterback next year in the league?
Nah,
Who
No.
would it be?
Aaron Rodgers.
At Denver?
no, I mean he's where I don't know.
I don't know. I think
Drew,
he's
who's
I
gonna be
mean,
the number 1 quarterback? If Joe Burrow wins this game, is he the number 1 quarterback in the league?
I think he's the most valuable young
I didn't ask
quarterback.
you that. I said, is he gonna be the number 1 quarterback?
No,
Who's the
Josh
number 1
Allen's
quarterback?
still
then?
better.
Who's it gonna be?
I hate to say it,
Would you
but
say Josh Allen?
Yeah,
I
he's
would
better
say
than Burrow. Yeah.
probably Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, you've been
No.
talking Patrick Mahomes, talking about he was a
But-
bench player and he sucked. He already reached his ceiling. Don't try to come back with that shit,
But-
Drew. Don't try
But-
to come back with that shit.
With
What did you
Brady-
say last
Brady
week?
with Brady retiring,
What did
I
you say?
mean-
He has time to be a bench player. I'm not sold on him. Now
No,
he's the
I-
best
I
quarterback in
said
the league.
I'm talking about Kyler Murray. What are you talking about?
No, you
I'll
said
take him on my
Pat
bench.
Mahomes.
Shit.
Go check it,
Oh.
son. So Pat Mahomes is still the best?
I
So
mean,
we got
Herbert's
two Aaron
better
Rodgers
than
and
Burrow.
I know what
I
Tommy's
mean,
gonna say. Tommy already said Pat Mahomes.
Tommy says Mahomes the best.
Yeah.
He would
You know,
be
him and
no doubt.
Burrow is about the same age. So,
I mean,
Burrow's in
Mahomes-
college like 8 years.
Mahomes is a serious QB. You can't. I would have to see Burrow for 3 more years and then say, all right,
Mahomes
could
been
be
to two
Mahomes
Super
then,
Bowls.
'cause I don't see Mahomes
already,
stopping.
so.
I see Mahomes. The path through the AFC goes through Kansas City.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. Because I heard you and Brandon both say something similar. Brandon said he's already been to 2 Super Bowls, right? And you always talk about he's been to 4 AFC championship games. You look at these divisions. Let's say Aaron Rodgers does go to Denver. You got
That's ridiculous.
Aaron Rodgers with Denver.
That's just ridiculous.
Herbert with the Chargers, Pat Mahomes with the Chiefs, and then the fucking Raiders, but whatever. But you know what I'm saying? So you think that path is going to be easy for Pat Mahomes to get there?
It's not going to be easy.
Burrow's division. Cleveland, who fell apart, who their window is closed. Pittsburgh has no quarterback, and I hope they use Haskins because he sucks, Shammond. So stop saying he's fucking an NFL quarterback because he's not.
Haskins is a beast.
And then you got the Ravens. The Ravens are so desperate for any kind of offensive weapon. They're entertaining Antonio Crackhead Brown, who would
Lamar can't throw it all anyway. So yeah.
Joe Burrow's path is a lot easier to get there. Pat Mahomes is gonna be beating up people trying to get there, just like Josh Allen. His path is gonna be a lot easier.
A lot easier than everyone.
A lot easier. That's what I'm trying to say. So for you to say that Patrick Mahomes on the merit of him being there for 4 AFC championship games, he's not gonna have that same kind of road for the rest of his career. He's not. The other quarterbacks will.
Yeah, the KC shit's over.
See, there it is. Over. Because why? The coach is going to coach one more year because his family got crazy ass kids in there, and you can't pay Kelsey and Tyreek Hill and whatever, right?
Yeah, and they've been figured out, man. That's just been figured out.
Yeah, it comes to a point where the window is done. I'm not saying they can't get there next year because they still have enough talent there, but the next few years, their shit's done. It's over.
It'll be good.
Burrow's gonna have his team for a minute, yo. For a minute. And you can see him in 4 years saying, dang, he had 4 straight AFC championship games. Then what merit do you have to stand on saying that Mahomes is there? Go ahead, Tommy.
You see why Flores should have tanked to get Burrow?
I mean, Tyreek Hill is the cheat code. I mean, we can't. Nobody's figured out. I don't know why we think we figured out Kansas City.
Hold on, Tommy. Hold on. He's the cheat code, right?
Yeah.
So how come they couldn't fucking cheat and get him one fucking pass in the last game, in the second half?
They tried.
They tried shit. They tried one.
I agree with you with Andy Reid's, but Andy Reid's way of using him has been figured out. I said that last episode. I think Kansas City's fix is getting rid of Andy Reid's playbook in the playoffs.
Oh,
maybe even the regular season.
Well, I mean, so you want to fire him? You want to fire him?
I agree. I think the best thing that could happen is Andy Reid agrees to step down in 1 year.
And let the offensive coordinator
be enemy.
Somebody.
You hate him.
I don't care.
Would he be a better head coach? Would he be a better head coach than Andy
weapons? Reid? You can't tell me you wouldn't want to see a blender go through those weapons and see what comes out the other side.
I think they have tremendous weapons. I think Harbin is very underutilized. Pringle's there. There's a whole bunch of players on that team. There's tons of players on the team. And the running backs are there. Yes, Drew. I did say Jerick McKinnon is a fucking running back, Drew. They have running backs that can get the ball too. The problem is Patrick Mahomes wants to be fucking Superman because everybody's been coddling his ass since he's been there, and he's chucking shit, looking all pretty, doing this and doing that, and they're starting to figure out all that sideways shit, and now they don't know what to do. He
makes a lot of bad throws.
Huh?
He makes a lot of bad throws. Someone said earlier, Rodgers don't make mistakes. Very few.
He don't. You're right. He's probably the most intelligent quarterback.
Bad reads a lot.
But he doesn't win
7-1.
Oh Lord.
What, Drew?
Aaron Rodgers doesn't win when it matters, though.
Is it his fault every time? He does. I don't get it. Like,
I would Marino's a top 3 quarterback, top 5 quarterback, but he's got a ring. Rodgers has got the ring, and he's got Marino.
Marino didn't get a ring, but
he said if he got a ring,
Rodgers has got the ring, and he's
still a top 5.
Listen, hold on one second. I look at Aaron Rodgers like I look at
QB with a ring I've ever seen.
I look at Aaron Rodgers like I look at LeBron James. Aaron Rodgers, probably the most. Hold on. Hear me out for a second. He's the most probably gifted quarterback that we've seen as far as intelligence, arm strength, and being able to right? He has one fucking ring. You underachieved. LeBron James is built as he is, and everything is whatever. You still underperform in big moments all the time. Why? Why do you always choke and underperform?
Dude, I think they're different because Aaron Rodgers doesn't cry to get every best player
Shit, I be
around
seeing
him.
him cry. I see him
I
cry all
mean,
the time.
I'm saying he doesn't demand. I need every best
Right.
player on my
Man,
team.
You're right
and
about
he almost. That's
But
why
he's
I think
doing
he's
that.
leaving Green Bay. He don't like.
He's only had one receiver his whole career, one legit
Hold
receiver his
on.
whole career.
What has
one
he done?
receiver.
Devontae Adams.
He had Donald Driver.
Recently, he's had
Whoa.
other receivers.
Donald Driver, the Hall of Famer.
Come on, man.
Jordy-
He's had.
Jordy
He's had
Nelson.
play-
He had
I didn't
Jordy.
say they were Hall of Famers, but he's had some.
Jennings.
He's had players, man.
But look what
Jordy
Brady had
Nelson,
last
Donald
year.
Driver, James
Greg
Jones. These aren't bums. These aren't bum players.
Got a good year out of Bubba Franks.
I ain't say Bubba Franks. And then the other tight end was child molesting kids and shit. Don't even bring them up. But look, we got 7 minutes left. Look, we got 7 minutes left. Everybody said their things. I want to get some fantasy talk because we're all in the Raw Sports Talk League. We're all in that one. Well, Shamon's the new one.
Yes,
Who
sir.
should be the number one quarterback drafted? I don't
In
care
the
where.
keeper
But
league?
who should be the number one quarterback drafted in the
Josh
coaching league?
Allen.
Brandon, last episode we changed the format too. But who should be the number one quarterback? Tommy, who should be the number one quarterback?
Taken? I don't think.
Pat Mahomes?
Third, no. In fantasy, number one quarterback taken is Josh Allen.
Oh,
That's what I just
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Why is that, Tommy?
Because he's got a running game in
Yeah.
fantasy speak.
He's got a run. Oh, he runs the ball. Kind of like Ryan Tannehill runs like him.
said.
That's why
Ryan Tannehill has Josh Allen legs. I ain't gonna never let you live that shit down.
Yeah.
Drew, who should be the number one quarterback? Taken.
Lamar Jackson. He's gonna run the ball. He's gonna throw the ball.
To the
He
other
gonna throw it to
team.
who? Who's he gonna throw it to? He
In
can't
the-
throw
in
it to
the-
shit.
To the
His only
Spartans.
weakness is he can't stay healthy. Honestly,
He can't throw the ball. Huntley's a better
Thank you.
passer than he
You know
is.
what?
He is not a good passer.
Thank you,
all.
Brandon, because Tommy said that Lamar Jackson was the best player in the NFL.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is he still the best player in the NFL?
If he would have stayed healthy, he would have been the MVP. Up until the point where he got injured, we're talking 3 down running backs. Nobody was more injured than the Ravens last year. No.
Aaron Donald's the best player in the NFL.
Did they win? Did they win with Lamar Jackson?
He's 23.
He's
young.
done.
He's good.
They're
He's
done. They're not going to win anything. His window's over. His window's
Oh,
over
great.
already. That's
Hey,
why he
y'all-
hasn't signed no
100,
contract extension
120
yet.
million, 3 years.
I'm telling you,
got
I'm
Lamar
telling
Jackson
you,
right now.
the
You signed
windows
him.
is
Any of
over
us.
for Lamar
Any
Jackson.
of us.
Shammond, who's to be the number one quarterback taken?
I don't care. I'm gonna go with my boy Drew on this one. Lamar is
Kiss
the
Drew's
best
ass
quarterback
all
in
the
that
time.
division. He's
Y'all
better
are-
than Joe Burrow.
You're not
He's-
even thinking for
he-
yourself
he's
saying
not.
some dumbass shit like that, man.
What
Fuck
What
you.
are
are
you
you
talking
talking
Lamar
about?
Jackson.
Lamar
Lamar
Jackson for
Lamar
fantasy
Jackson's not even gonna be the
football,
top 5 quarterback taken.
he
Come
doesn't
on,
have
man.
rushing yards.
That's why y'all lose, and that's why we got rings out here,
I ain't
son.
taking any.
That's why we got
Yeah,
rings.
right.
You see that? You see that, Shammond? Brandon, who should be the number one quarterback?
I'm coming
taken?
for that ring next year.
Y'all gonna call me crazy. It depends on what the help they get. Maybe Herbert
What? You said Herbert, bro.
or the guy I took early and targeted all year who's in the Super Bowl, Matthew
Aaron
Stafford.
Rodgers.
One of them.
You said
Matthew Stafford or Herbert?
Hey, top 5, both of them this
that
year.
one was crazy right there.
Y'all are Tommy, you're shaking your head.
He's top 5. I got
I
Herbert.
said number 1.
3,
Who's the number one quarterback?
I mean,
taken?
I think it's Josh Allen is the obvious
Josh Allen. Josh Allen's number 1. Pat Mahomes
because he
is number
runs for
2,
100 a game.
Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow,
You're taking
and
Jackson 2?
Matt Stafford.
You're taking Jackson 2?
No, Pat.
Oh, okay, whatever. All right, so look, the top wide receiver then. Top wide receiver taken. We got Debo, since y'all in love with his ass. You know he's my favorite player. Chase, since y'all down here at the bottom love his ass. Or Cooper Kupp. Who's gonna be the number 1 wide receiver taken?
I mean, is that our only options? Come on now.
That's who else then? You tell me.
I mean, there's a guy in Minnesota I had that's pretty damn good.
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, I'd
You would
take
take
him over
Justin
Jamar
Jefferson.
Chase.
Maybe.
You're taking Jefferson over those 3?
I would take Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson over, not Cup maybe, but the other one. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because y'all were talking about Josh Allen because he can run the ball. That's why he's
And
ahead of
he
everybody.
can throw it
So
too.
what does Debo Samuels do?
He lost a lot of his coaches though.
I don't give a fuck. He can still
He's
run
got
the ball, throw the
Trey
ball,
Lance
catch the ball.
now.
We brought
Trey
in
Lance
Anthony
throw and
Lynn.
run.
That's the issue. Trey Lance is an issue.
Can Trey Lance get it to him?
Tommy,
I like
who
Trey
you
Lance.
take?
I believe.
Who's the number 1 wide receiver? Take it off the
Y'all-
board.
Number one wide receiver taken off the board should be it.
It's gonna be Keith's keeper.
Devontae Adams is leaving.
That's Debo Samuels, like I
No,
said.
and it's not Debo, and it's not Cooper.
Who is it?
We forgot somebody got hurt last year, and he didn't really play much. Hopkins is coming back.
D-Hop.
That boy, that D-Hop can put up, 110 receptions like it's easy cake.
So Tommy, you believe in Kyler Murray then next year?
Colt
If
McCoy.
Kyler Murray don't leave Arizona, D-Hop should be in the top 2-3 consideration.
You hear that, Drew?
Every
You hear
year.
that? Kyler Murray love, baby. Drew, who is it? Who's the top wide receiver?
Hunter.
It's got to be Cooper Kupp.
I thought you said Hunter Renfrow almost spit shit everywhere, yo. Who is it?
It's got to be Cooper Kupp, man. I mean,
Can he repeat that though? Can he repeat that?
Yeah, you
How many
can
times do
probably.
people repeat
Oh.
shit like that?
I mean, Odell went there to be number 2.
Yeah, but Robert Woods is gonna be back too.
And
Okay.
Van Jefferson's good. Ooh,
Van Jefferson.
that's why I like Stafford, baby.
I don't
Come
know.
on, who's gonna be the number one
He's
wide
gotta stay
receiver?
upright, too.
I don't
Jamar.
care. I'm
Who?
sold on Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. You're taking him number one in fantasy. I'm so glad you're joining this league, doing some dumbass shit like
The
that.
Super Bowl, he
Jalen
put
Waddle will have a
54
better
points
year
on
next
my
year
head.
than Jamar Chase.
He put up
Oh, I gotta write
54
that shit
points
down.
this year on the board.
He
man.
said Waddle's gonna have a better year than Jamar Chase.
He just set the
Who's
rookie
throwing him the
record
ball?
for
Tua?
receptions.
Who
And
was
he
throwing it to
still
him?
had the most receptions by rookie in history this year.
I like
More
Waddle.
catches.
I
More
wish Chris
catches
was
than
on the
any
show
rookie in
because Chris
history.
loves some damn Waddle.
He's
I
a
like
monster.
Waddle, but I just feel like they're gonna. It was his rookie year. They're gonna figure him out. They're gonna figure
And
him
he was
out.
the only receiver, and they still couldn't
Right.
figure
At
him out.
the end of the year.
Right.
He picked
I
up
think it'll be
something
done.
at the end of the year.
You agree with that, Tommy?
I think Waddle picked up something at the end of the year. When Waddle made his push, it was towards the end of the year. It was week 8 and on, and he started getting touchdowns and not just receptions.
I
And now we have a
Waddle.
coach that knows what an offense is.
You hate
And Tua is
Flores.
gifted.
You hate Flores.
Yeah, just for being a crybaby now. Yeah, but he sucks.
He's a run
He
game
was
guy, though, man. He ran the
incompetent.
run game.
He was incompetent on offense.
All right, so let me ask you this: since Super Bowl, we all love the Bengals. We all love the Bengals kicker, and everybody usually takes a kicker with their last pick. What round would you take their kicker?
None.
16 rounds.
Four.
How high up would you go?
Wait, no,
I ain't
not
picking a kicker.
You-
14.
You
what?
should take him in the first round.
I ain't picking no kicker. I'll pick him up in free
I'm picking
agency
him
after
14.
y'all make
So
sure
you
nobody get
one of
hurt.
those that don't draft a kicker. I do that shit.
I ain't
sometimes,
drafting no
too.
kicker.
But that guy could be a
different.
difference maker.
I get my 9 points
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Hey, we're under a minute to go. Under a minute to go. Rellism Sports Talk, episode 70, part 2. Thank you, Brandon, for being on. Shammond, Drew, Tommy. It's freestyle. Go ahead, baby. Super Bowl weekend.
If you're gonna draft a
Come
kicker,
on,
it's got to be
5'8", ain't no 4-0, 5'8". Let's go.
Who is it, Drew?
Daniel Carlson. Look at how many points he put up.
Y'all and y'all's homer ass teams. I'm tired of hearing about the
Justin Tucker
Raiders
every year.
and the Broncos and the freaking 49ers.
Robbie
I'm
Gold.
tired of it. I'm sorry because my team ain't relevant, so that's why I can't talk
Me-
about
mine
this.
either.
Player.
Yeah, I couldn't even